Hey, hey. Hi, Angela. How are you? I hope you're healing well. I've been worried about you. Hi, Lori. All right, so let's zoom in just a little bit. So today we're going to make our card for Craft Roulette. And for those of you who don't know, Craft Roulette is I hate to say game show, but kind of like a game show. It's a card making game show. And they spin a wheel for 4 different parameters. And then you all have to make a card using those parameters. Hello, Joy. Hi, Nona. So they spin the wheel and you have to make a card using the parameters that come up on the wheel. So there's 4. So this week, the type of card is a Matchbox card or Matchbook card. Hi, Meg. And the color choice is flower fields or floral fields. And the element is bird. And then the extra is woodgrain. So I figured that this would be a fairly easy card, given that Sweet Sentiment has a couple of things that are going to make this really easy. So this is the Sweet Keeper, and the Sweet Keeper, if you use this one die right here, actually makes a perfect matchbook. So there's that. And I've used the extra dies in here, which you'll see later, to make the matting and the paper and all of that stuff for it. So this makes a matchbook, so kind of cheating. Mark, oh my gosh, hello. I miss you. Hey, Milligan. How are you? So this makes a perfect matchbook, so that's what we're gonna do. And then given that one of the elements is birds and we have a Bird Joy stamp set, I figured why not, right? And then since this little matchbook is so little, and by the time you put the bird on it, I figured I would choose just a small sentiment. So this says Google before you tweet, which is right there on this. Mark, every time I look at my Mrs. Potts and Chip, I always think I owe you money for Mrs. Potts and Chip. And I have never paid for Mrs. Potts and Chip. I'm a terrible person. So you need to tell me how much money I owe you. She sits in my kitchen and I think of you all the time. Hey, Amanda, how are you? All right, so since the colors for this is floral fields, I'm going to color this little birdie here with some unexpected colors. And we're going to go real subtle about the whole floral fields thing. There's going to be some pinks and grays. And then there's going to be some greens. And then, of course, I have the wood grain element that I got to work in there somehow. So here we go. So I'm going to start with a couple of pinks. And I don't know, I have this zoomed in too far for you to be able to see. So, oops, I grabbed the wrong one. So a couple of pinks, and then watching for inspiration. Yay! I'm working on my ATC swap cards. Yeah, and you guys don't forget. Oh, thanks, Joy, for posting that. Don't forget, if you joined the Color Decks swap, those are due as well. I'm probably going to be sending them out before I leave. So on Monday, I will be sending them out. Okay, and then I'm going to grab some grays. I'm going to use my toner grays. So I'm going to use 7 and 5. See if I can put this here so you can see them. 3 and 1 and 0. Okay, and then his little beak, I'm going to do, he's going to have a gray beak, but it's going to be a different color because these types of birds tend to have gray beaks more than yellow beaks. So I'm going to use 4 and 2. And then I'm going to use my colorless blender with that. April, hello! Yeah, Milligan, your favorite, just for you. You're the bestest. All right, so we're going to start with the pink. And I'm just going to add some accents. So I don't normally cut my images out prior to coloring them. But today I wanted to have the die cutting and stuff all done. Mainly because I was die cutting all of the make and takes that I'm working on. Like a gajillion make and takes. So I apologize that my hand is going to be in the way of the camera. Kind of the nature of the beast. I have to hold the marker really low down to be able to have control of it, which then puts my big hand in front of the screen or camera or whatever. Okay. And my fingernails match. I tried putting gold glitter on my thumbs. I'm not sure if I really like them, but there they are. And I cut my nails all off because I got really tired of them. So I just totally cut them all off. So what are y'all doing this fabulous, what is it, Saturday? Oh, good Lord, I have so much stuff to get done. I just scared myself. I know. Crazy, huh? Hi, Linda. Linda's watching. Yay! That's crap. Every time I see you now, all I can think of is, that's crap. That was from the retreat here that we had a month or so ago. And Linda said, that's crap. We were playing bingo. Oh no, we weren't. We were watching Craft Roulette. How fitting, because I'm doing a Craft Roulette. I'm watching an artist. What artist are you watching? I returned Amazon purchases, now I'm crafting. Trust the process, right, Amanda? For real. I was telling them all to trust the process during the retreat. You're just going to have to trust the process. Me and Sandy both kept telling them, just trust the process. It'll be okay. So today we are trusting the process. I'm hoping the process comes out like I want it to. So I'm going to put some shadow on these feathers. So have y'all heard? Oh my gosh, Milligan, you're so cute. I forgot what I was going to say now. Milligan made my ego swell. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you about. I was going to ask you about the paper. Have y'all heard about the new Sweet Sentiment paper? It's going to be a thing. We're really close. The only thing we're waiting on is a caliper that is thin enough to fit through a printer. So the paper that I have created, have you heard? Is it new? The new paper that we have created we are waiting to make sure, like, as we were making it, it kind of got away from us being a little bit thick. And so we want to make sure that it'll fit through printers so that we can, you know, print our digis, because we all like our digis, right? So there is no mica powder in it, Milligan. So the issue with the mica powder is the company that previously made the paper owns the mica mines, I guess, or something along those lines. And so it's not just the recipe that they're not giving up, but there's no more geograde mica for craft paper. I don't know if that's like a federal thing or where that is coming from, but there is no more geograde mica. And what that means is the synthetic mica that they make is kind of like ground up glass. And so any synthetic mica that I put in a paper will shred your nibs. And obviously that is bad. So what you'll need to do is go to Creek Bank Creations and get what we affectionately refer to as a glitter shitter. And then you will need to go to, yeah, right? That's crap. And then you will need to go to Crazy Creations and get our favorite kind of glitter. And I will show you how to glitterify all of your things so you can still make it glittery, but not shred the nibs of your markers. Yes, Amanda has gotten to try some of the new paper, and there's some really cool properties of it. I was gonna say prospects. I guess theoretically it is prospects at this point. It's got some really cool properties. The number one biggest property is that it is 100% post-consumer recycled. So that's super duper cool. I'm really proud of that. It has a lighter color to it, so it's still not quite white, but it is almost white. We brought it a couple shades lighter, and I can show you that here in a second. So here is, I know, here's my massively big sheet of it. So, and then let me find something that is white. So I don't know if you can see the difference in the camera, but this is white. This is the current Sweet Sentiment paper, and this is the new paper. So it's kind of in between. It's not stark white, but it's also not that bone white. Yay! What made you happy, Milligan? The post-consumer recycled, or that it's lighter white, or that it's just amazing? Because it is kind of just amazing. I can qualify as environmentally friendly. So there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve, learning how to color on the paper, like there is with anything else. So you're going to have to buy a pack to assist in learning. It blends just a little bit differently. Not that it's a bad thing, it's just a little bit different. All of you that are super heavy-handed are going to love it, because see how this paper bleeds through? Oh, the glitter shitter. I mean, glitter shitter makes everybody happy, right? All of you that are super heavy-handed are going to absolutely love the new paper. Let me say that again. If you are a heavy-handed colorist, you are going to wicked love this new paper. Like for reals. Also, I want this bird. I really, really want this bird. not gonna lie. It does not bleed like the Sweet Sentiment paper does, so the blending is a little bit different on it. It's the bomb diggity. Mickey Harmer. Oh, Nona, I love you. I'm hoping, Milligan, we are in May, so I'm hoping in June. Don't hold me to that, but I'm really, really hoping. We have basically sold off all of our stock of Sweet Sentiment paper because they did not tell us until it was too late that we could not get the mica anymore. So it created a knee-jerk reaction, not gonna lie. There were tears involved because that paper, I mean, you guys know that was my baby. I took a long time developing it. And I guess the good news is kind of out of the ashes a phoenix will rise, because it has not taken me nearly as long to develop this paper because I went into it a lot smarter than what I went into building the Sweet Sentiment paper. So yes, Amanda has gotten to try the paper because she is my resident watercolorist. And she uses a lot of different mediums, so I gave her a sheet of it to kind of destroy and do some ink blending on and all kinds of stuff to get her opinion on sizing. And by sizing, I do not mean 8.5 by 11. I mean by like how tightly it's woven. And caliber, which is the weight of the paper, and how it reacts and holds water, all kinds of stuff. So yes, it has been quite the endeavor. And I have tested, I don't know, maybe 100 or so, I can't even talk, different pieces of paper, and then gone back and had them make more, and then gone back and had them change it. The good news is, too, is that it does hold water a lot better. It is true. It's because there's a little bit of vellum mixed in, and you gotta love that. The good news is, too, is that this paper manufacturer that I'm using is in the United States, which my other paper manufacturer was in the United States as well. However, the difference is that this one does not use a bunch of foreign fibers. It uses post-consumer recycled fibers, so we can source them all in the United States. I know. I was talking to Amanda about all the paper fibers and all that stuff, and Sandy, and y'all are making fun of me for geeking out. But, I mean, I got to, because I'm not going to give you guys a substandard paper, you know? Okay, so here's my sweet little birdie. I'm going to add a little bit of pink to his cheeks. And generally, when speaking about birds, it is the male that is the lighter or the bright colors, so as to pull. I don't like how that came out. Takes one to know one, right? So as to pull attention off of the female and towards himself to protect their babies. Don't even ask me where I learned that from, because I probably can't tell you. Yep, I totally paper geeked, and I think we're going to have a great product. And I definitely took into consideration a bunch of things that people were asking for. Because I figured if I had to redo the paper, now would be a great time. to work in all the stuff that people were asking for. So making it more white, making it more printer friendly. Yikes, which we're still kind of working on. Isn't that a cute little birdie? So now I'm gonna give him his little tongue. And what color eyes should I give him? Oh, a phoenix would be great. I think all birds are that way, Amanda. What color eyes should we give him? It's gonna be so subtle. I think I'm gonna do green. It just makes all the difference. Gold, green. Look at Milligan. Just what you wanted. Right there. Boom. Done. Joy I should probably listen to because she has birds. So she probably has a better idea. But whatever. This is my bird in my world. And it has green eyes like me and Milligan wanted. I second the phoenix. Okay, a massive phoenix with like a huge long tail. Like the one that's on my arm. All right. So now that I have this done, I need to gather a couple of supplies. So bear with me. Oops. Oh, they are? Huh. So I have my card here, but since it was, the theme was floral fields, I need to get some greens. So I don't want that one. I want forest moss. Okay. All right. So I have grabbed bundled sage, mowed lawn, and forest moss. So I have pre-cut, I know I'm saying that a lot, so geo shapes. Okay. I've cut multiple pieces so that I can lay this card out. And what this is this is the piece for this. The mailman decided to finally come. So this is the piece for this, and then this is the piece for the inside. Okay, same with this. This one goes inside, and this one goes on the back. And then I have these, and this one goes here, and here, and here, and here. Okay? So just to show you where they all go. So I'm going to set aside all the black pieces because I don't need to color those. Make sure I have the right side on all of them. And we're going to go to town with some oxide inks. So I'm going to start with my darkest. I don't know why, I just happen to color dark to light, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm down here in the corner of my mat because I don't want to use like the whole mat. Wonder where my bestie is. I know she should be cutting today. I think that's what she said she was doing, was cutting make and takes, just like me. But usually, if she's at her desk, she'll tune in. So there you go. Napping. Right, like we have time to nap before a show. Sure, Meg. And we have 2 shows back to back, so we're really preparing for 2 shows. Thanks, Meg. I'm using like all Sandy stuff today, though. I'm using her stamp set. I'm using her die set. It's cray cray. Oh, wrong side. This side. I know. I'm so excited. I've never been to Michigan, so it's going to be a first time for me. Not that I'm thinking that I get to do any sightseeing at all whatsoever, but... And then when I'm in the airport, my son is like, bring me a Michigan hoodie. So I'm going to get him a hoodie from Michigan. My dad's best friend from when he was in the Air Force in the 50s, yes, lives in Michigan. And so my parents have been there. I don't even know where in Michigan geographically I'm going. Dress warm, the weather always changes. I'm thinking like inside the venue, though, it's not going to be like that. What do you think, Meg? I think I'm in Joy, where are we going? I know it's outside of Detroit, so is that northern lower Michigan? I'm thinking. I don't know. Isn't Novi outside of Detroit? I'm showing my ignorance. Michigan State. Is that where they're holding the thing at? Is that the U of M? University of Michigan? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I couldn't tell you, Meg. You probably know more than me at this point. I just go where they tell me to go. But Joy should know because Joy's picking us up from the airport and taking us to the place. Speaking of which, I should probably call and put you on the hotel reservation. Yeah? Yeah? Not bad indoors. They have good circulation. Yes. Central lower Michigan, not north of Detroit. See? Use a smart cookie. You know what's up. When in doubt, ask the locals, right? I heard there's like nothing out there where this is taking place. That there's like nothing out there, that it's way out in the boonies. Oh, no, he just wants a Michigan sweatshirt. Like, not a college one. Like, just a I went to Michigan kind of sweatshirt. So, you know, Meg, since it's crazy and it's way out there, I might be begging you for coffee. Like, Joy and I might need coffee. Sandy doesn't do coffee. Theoretically, Joy doesn't really do coffee either. Just saying. All right. She does chai. All these weird people who don't do coffee. Okay, so I'm going to start by matting all of these. And I use my espresso. Well, they gave us like meal vouchers and stuff to eat lunch at the venue because they said there's really nothing out there. And I know, Amanda, it's just more coffee for me. So we have to pick up our meal vouchers and stuff by a certain time because they said there's really nothing out there. And they don't allow DoorDash to come in or Uber Eats or whatever. Right? So then I turn to what I call communist coffee, which is Starbucks. Because I'm spoiled here, and I have this place called Moxie Java, and they make the most epic coffee. And nobody can make vanilla lattes better than Moxie Java, just saying. Echo yesterday, couldn't have caffeine for 24 hours beforehand. Ah, April, ah. See, Joy, you should have coffee from Moxie instead of a chai. I mean, even though they made epic chai. It's where my son did work, yes. He decided they didn't have enough hours for him that he could work because he's in school. So they said perhaps like this summer he can come back and work again. But he was just doing an internship with them, so. But they still carry my cards there, which is awesome. But anyways, I digress. You should try the coffee there, Joy, because it's amazing. And doesn't have that aftertaste like most coffee places have. That's part of why I love it. I drink Americano, half coffee, half water. I'm a lightweight. You know why it's called an Americano? Little piece of Italian history. Where's my Nona? Nona probably knows why. Nona. And now that there's people here, everybody should wish Nona a happy late birthday because her birthday was last week. Happy late birthday, Nona. I promise I'll take you out to coffee when I have a moment. Anyways, does anybody know why it's called an Americano? Right, Amanda? Because Americans could not handle how strong the espressos were. So a barista took an espresso and put a bunch of hot water with it. And the Americans were like, yum, this is delicious. So then from then on out, it was called an Americano. This is fun. Gold star for the day, Amanda. I like Americanos. If I'm going to drink decaf, I drink it as an Americano because then it makes the decaf much stronger. But the deeper and darker and longer you roast a coffee bean, the more caffeine that comes out of it. So a cup of mild coffee actually has more caffeine in it than an espresso. Yes, Nona, it's my favorite coffee place. I'm telling you. Moxie's are amazing. Okay, so now that we have this, I'm going to assemble my card, okay? I'm going to kind of assemble my card because I want to leave spaces in case I want to tie some ribbons and do some other things. So, I'm going to center this. Again, this is for Craft Roulette. So, this is not like normally a card that I would come up with. I love the show and that it makes me think out of my comfort zone and forces me to think of things. I made a card last week that I thought was super duper ugly, and a lady like bought it from me because she had to have it. And I was like, I'll just send it to you. That's fine. And she Venmo'd me money for it. And I was like, that is so sweet. So I mailed it to her, my little pirate card. So I'm hoping that this one comes out better. Blonde roast all the way. Gross. I do not like blonde roast coffee. It tastes like brown sadness water. How did the test go, April? Do you care to share results, or do you have results yet? Or okay, so now that I have all those on there, I'm going to use my espresso. All of you sweeties would be so shocked to know that it is very rare that somebody comes up and actually knows what an espresso is. Like, they don't understand that it's a coffee cup. Speaking of espressos, won't know until next week. Well, keep me posted. Let's make that slightly less crooked, shall we? There we go. That's better. At least you have a good attitude about it, April. You sound like me. Just another thing to add to my list. It's fine. I'm fine. We're fine. Everybody's fine. It's all fine. You either laugh about it or you cry. And I would rather laugh. So, thank you. I got these for Joy and me and Sandy. And made tons of Americanas. Nona? Yep, you're up and moving. That's good stuff. Another day above ground. That's what I always say. No espressos? Yes. One day you're going to have to take me to Italy with you. Wow, that is some kind of crooked, my friends. All right, it's an opportunity for embellishment because it's stuck now. We're just gonna pretend we didn't see it being that crooked. Why didn't y'all tell me? Good night. All right, so our card is all layered up and colored, which I think is super duper fun. And we're gonna put, I gotta figure out what I wanna do with it, how to decorate it. I think we're gonna put our little birdie here, and we're gonna put this up here. I think we're gonna tie a ribbon around here maybe. And then, of course, it needs flowers, right? Don't y'all think it needs some flowers? So that means I better turn on my hot glue gun and get that puppy warmed up. All right. So I'm grabbing my buckets of pre-made flowers. And yes, I said buckets because I've been hanging out with Sandy for way too long. Oh, Studley healthy people too, huh? Some of those people, though, are actually not very healthy. I don't know if you know that. Okay, so there's my flower tool. All right. Now we're cooking. I think that my little birdie is going to be on a wobble, because wobbles are important. And then I'm going to take this Google Before You Tweet and add some green to it. Okay. Now, here we go. Now it's the decorating part. So I'm going to lay this flat, and I'm going to start by taking my Barely Art glue and grabbing my tweezers. So I always put the white part of the spring on the critter or whatever I'm going to wobble, because it will remain hidden. And this bottom part is clear. Oh my goodness gracious. There we go. This bottom part is clear, and so when you stick it on your card, it becomes more clear. More hidden is what I meant to say. Okay, then of course I need a sweet pop. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. Great, now I'm gonna get banned, Milligan. Tells you exactly how old I am, though, huh? All right. And then I have this really pretty blue ribbon, and I'm going to put blue here because of the sky. So, of course, my ribbon tying hack. And if you guys are not into tying ribbons, now in the shop, I have bags of ribbons that I have hand tied for you to purchase. Except for Linda. Linda doesn't get to purchase them because I make her bags of them. I know, my cousin had the Weeble Wobble treehouse and I never got the Weeble Wobble treehouse. It was so fun. April and I are the same age for real. Wanted the Weebles Wobbles treehouse. Look at me, I'm still all pouty about it. Well, I want the Weeble Wobble treehouse. Okay. So, let's see what I want to do. I think I want to put this up here because it's going to be in the sky. I do remember the little swing for it. You were too old for Weebles. They were still fun, Milligan. I don't care how old you were. They were still fun. There's like a lot of little things to fit on here. Ooh, I know. I'm going to put this right here. Aw, yeah. Don't mind me getting super duper excited. Needs to move over a little. Right? Don't grow old, it's a trap. And then that way you can tuck this right in there. Boom. Okay. Happy about that. All right. Now for the bird. Then for the flowers. And then our card will be complete. I know I'm taking like forever to do this, but I mean, really, we've only been on here for 45 minutes. So now it's stuck to my finger. Now it's stuck to everything else. It's fine. I'm fine. You're fine. We're all fine. Everybody's fine. All right. So I want the bird up here. You got the right stuff. Look at it. I mean, come on now. It's so cute. I can't even. I just can't even. All right, we're going to pick some flowers. That is much too big. So that's not happening. I want this little one. I want a couple of these. Oh, that's like a magnolia. There's another little one. I want one of these big roses. I'm trying to kind of stay in the pink-ish color realm. And I just pick a bunch of random flowers. Oh, here's a double layered one. That's super cute. And I throw a whole bunch of flowers out there, and then I kind of decide where to go from there. And if nothing, tickles my fancy too much, I switch gears. Ooh, look, here's a flower that I made, a paper flower. You can use that. There's a couple of them. Those are Heartfelt Creations flowers, which we have no more. I know I keep saying it, but at least you have Sweet Sentiment 3D flowers, and that makes life just a little bit better. This one's really pretty too. Okay, so I have a plethora of flowers, and then I'm going to see if I have a couple of leaves. I have an oak leaf here. I have this green tulip. I have these little tiny green roses. I have some weird green leaves. I was looking for, here's another green tulip. Here we go. Here's a couple of leaves. had leaves that were like long and skinny, but I don't see them. I must have used them all because I am a terrible person. All right, so we're gonna call that a day. Well, I appreciate that, April. I'm competing with John Wayne right now. Is that where we're at? Okay. So I kind of go at the whole flower thing with a little bit of reckless abandon. So some people really like to lay out their flowers and take a whole bunch of time. And this is one of the things that I just go for. I have a couple of friends who lay out their flowers and then take a picture of it with their camera, you know, with their phone. And then, yeah, it's like this big old huge thing. And I just can't get behind all that. So that they take a picture so that they can, you know, lay it all out again the same way. And, oh, hey, Kevin Costner. And I just can't do that. It's just not my thing. So, for those of you that do that, more power to you. But for me, I just can't. So there you go. There's my flower philosophy for you. I may or may not use those. I realize that there's not quite as much room here as I once believed. I don't want that one. I do want that one. When creating my flower layout, for me, it's all about texture and getting these different textures to work together. I also like to make sure I have an odd number of flowers. I know that drives some people crazy, but that's how Mother Nature would make it. So this is 3 flowers right here, so I'll probably put 2 more flowers on, maybe more, I don't know. I'm gonna add another leaf. I don't care if this goes over the edge because this is such a small space that it really does not matter to me. So just FYI, these are Jamie's tips for creating flower bunches. Okay, I want this cute little one. I'm gonna put it right there. You guys all got quiet on me all of a sudden. April mentioned Kevin Costner, and I think everybody left. Y'all went to go watch Silverado. I'm going to use one of these little green ones down here. So I take the tail and I clip it in these little jewelry pliers and I just twist it instead of cutting off the edge or the stem. To me, that's just more texture, free texture. It costs $0. Ew, loading the dishwasher. I'm using the last of my, yeah, Dale decided not to make those anymore. Sad days, huh, April? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess we're gonna have to do 2 more. I know, I overkill on the flowers, but it's fine. Sometimes my inner old lady comes out and I become an 80-year-old woman and I just want all the flowers. And that's okay. I know it is sad because they were really, really cute. Like super duper cute. But they're very, very labor intensive. Okay. And then my Google before you tweet tucks right in there. Gotta make sure that this is out of the way so that my card works. There we go. Okay, and that flower should fit right there. Perfect. Okay. Then I'm gonna put a couple of flowers down here just for giggles. Because, like I said, I'm crazy like that. I feel like those are too light, so maybe I'll use that one. That's too big. That's definitely too big. All right, so we're going over to the oxide inks, and we're gonna grab some ink, and let me find the right one. So picked raspberry. There we go. So if your flower is not the right color that you want it to be, so I'm gonna grab this really light pink flower, just grab your inks and color it. There, now it's a much brighter pink, and it's exactly what I want. Ooh! Okay, oh man. Guess I'll have to use one of these. For something really special. Or April, you might know somebody who has a few. Elbow, elbow, wink, wink. Hey, does anybody know what month it is, by the way? Anybody have an idea? Somebody? Anybody? I need to know who's excited. It's Mermay! You are right. I want to know who's excited for Mermay. You guys know that I love me some Mermay, right? You guys know that about me? And this Mermay is not going to disappoint. Let me tell you. I've had to create my projects ahead of time because I will be in Orlando when it releases. And I gotta tell you, man, I'm stoked. This mermaid is amazing. Sandy's set, I think, is one of her best sets ever. It is just so fun. And I love all of it. I love it all. It is a fantastic release. You will want to buy all the things. I haven't even made the vinyl sticker for it yet, but that's all right. Okay, so we're done with this. Can turn my glue gun off. Pick up the brush that I threw on the floor. Set the flowers aside. And y'all know what comes next, right? It's time for bling. It's time for bling. Gloss dots, matte dots, enamel dots. What do I want? Glittery dots. That sounds like a great plan. Okay. So, I have white. Oh, I have the little pearl. Oh, I like that green. I think that green's going to be a thing. Those are not glittery dots. I don't know why they're in there. And I have translucent dots. I have dots from the rabbit hole. I have dots from us. I think I'm going to use that green though. This particular set of dots is called cornflower. Thanks. You have hundreds? Add you to the auto ship. You change your order every time though, Amanda. All right. So I usually use a small, medium, and a large, but I think I'm going to use a medium and 2 smalls just because there's already so much stuff on this card. And it's such a little card. Oh, that's a translucent dot that's underneath. I was trying to figure out what this was, and then I realized it's a dot that just got stuck to the back side, and I can't even get it off of there. Right? You just want me to forget stuff in your order so that we can continue to talk every month. I know, April, I love that too. I mean, maybe we can look into something like that where you guys sign up for an auto ship. That's going to be something that we have to ask Cameron, because Cameron takes care of that aspect of things. Oh, I don't want that in the same position as the other one. These dots are self-adhesive, but I always use glue as well. I don't know why. I just feel like it's more secure. So there's that. And then do I put dots down here? Or do I put dots up here? Down here or up here? Down or up? Down or up? Down or up? Anybody? Somebody? opinions? Your opinion matters. Up, up, up. All right. Up it is. I gotta turn this upside down so I can see where my glue is. And we're almost done, my friends. So we have made a Craft Roulette card. And I'm going to say that my wood grain is all of this like embossing that has happened on the edges of all of these papers, because it's all the way throughout the card, and to me it looks just like wood. So that's my wood grain. Obviously I have a bird, and this is Floral Field Colors. I'm not even in the frame, huh? Floral Field Colors. That was a quickie. Do another. I have a lot of things to get done for shows, Amanda. Quit enticing me. I have a lot of make and takes to make. Not even gonna lie. And my 3D printer just stopped, so I need to get it started again. But I will be back tomorrow to do another live, probably at 1 o'clock as well. So, I hope you guys love it. Love it, love it, love it. Put my little dots away. And I gotta run to the store, and then it's back to making make and takes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little project today. Your sweet keeper can definitely be more than just a sweet keeper. We use the sweet keeper and the Bird Joy stamp sets to make this cute little Matchbox card. And you can add your sentiments and stuff in there, and you can write on the back, which I'll probably stamp the back instead. Thank you, Milligan. Thank you, Linda. Thanks, April and Meg. Appreciate it. So I kind of love this little Matchbox card. I'm not going to lie. I might actually end up taking it to the shows with us. I should have put that flower in a little bit better position. So maybe I'll rip that flower off of there so that it works a little bit better. But that is remain to be seen. So anyways, guys, I appreciate you joining me, and I will see you tomorrow. Toodles!